Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Element Space. So, carrying on from the last video, in Element Space, or DEFCON as I'm calling it, as you will be aware, I was getting pretty slaughtered in that mission, and no surprise at all, I ended up getting killed virtually straight after I ended the video. One thing that happened that was even more irritating, as if it couldn't have got more irritating, is those turret things that were positioned all over the place. One of them started firing out mines, and it fired like 3 mines that completely surrounding one of my people. So they were already on low health, so they were doomed from that moment. And there was already loads of other enemies there and other turrets, and I think 2 of my people got killed and the other one couldn't revive them both. So anyway, that didn't end well, but I didn't expect it to, and I was right. I think if you go into missions in this game assuming it won't end well, you'll 90% of the time be proved right. So it's yeah. Anyway, so what I did was what I said last time. I died in that. I didn't restart the mission because I wanted to see if one of the other optional missions at this point in the game, when there were 3, would be any different or easier. One thing I noticed as I loaded through the launch screens, which I didn't show this time because you've seen it, is that there's a slot in the inventory of who you take on the mission for a 4th person, but it's disabled. So I'm thinking that maybe after you do some more missions you can have 4 people. Still not a lot looking at the overwhelming odds, but it will be good. Also, I've considered taking that Prince jerk that tried to kill us in the previous mission. But he's also another character which is another melee only. So he's got a sword, but like I said, that would be great in many games, but in this game, having one melee is a bit awkward, and having more than one is impossible, because the way the enemy works, and you'll have seen it by now, they'll overwatch you and they'll finish you off by overwhelming numbers, and having someone that can only run up to somebody, you can see where the enemies are positioned here, so it doesn't matter which mission it is. Having a melee person who would need to run to that person or any of them to kill them will then put them amongst all the enemies to be killed. So melee in this game, at least at the present, is not a good option. Maybe later if you have 4 people and 2 are melee and 2 are not, maybe. And maybe the enemy will be different at some point, and they won't, because there's not really many enemies that aren't guns. There is one that runs to you and stabs you a lot with a knife, which I came across in one of the earlier missions, but other than that they're not really melee. So again, maybe later, maybe in a different mission it would be useful, but I haven't found it beneficial with 1 melee person, let alone 2, so I decided to not bring him. Plus I don't trust him, and he might turn around during the mission and decide he wants us to prove we're his friends and start killing us and join the other side, because that's what he did before, and we should always learn from what people did, because if they did it once they'll do it again. So that's a life lesson, not necessarily a gaming lesson. So okay, here we are in the usual setup where we've walked into this warehouse this time, and of course we've had no chance to do anything other than go behind some crates. They've got their guys positioned. There's no turrets this time, so that's a bonus. Whoopie-doo. And they've got less guys, so that might be good, or it might mean that someone else is going to come in later, or it might mean there's another part of this level, we don't know. But so far, so good. So we will, I think, see if we can do something over there, because that guy's alone. Even if she goes there, and at least she can try and start killing him, because as I've said before, this game isn't a game where you can sit back and overwatch, or sit back and wait for the enemy to sort of make mistakes and do something. You have to be proactive, extremely proactive, I would say. And Yeah, we'll put that one there. And maybe we have a shot. It's sometimes very hard to see. Oh, okay, so that's good. That's good for this game. We can actually kill somebody in our first turn. Yay, which has never really happened. So that's good. And then I think we will leave Robot Lady there. And she can do an overwatch of all of them because they've got a lot of people over there. Sometimes a bit hard to know. Actually, let's do it with that. Oh, actually, maybe we can shoot. Change of plan. I think actually, if we use the shotgun, the shotguns give much more damage. We can maybe kill that. Yeah, we can kill that person. I only found out when I was looking to Overwatch. I suddenly thought of it. So yeah, okay, that's good. So far this looks good. We've killed 2 of 6 and none of them look especially exciting, which is making me think that they've got some more level in this or some other guys to come in, because you've seen the other level or the other levels I've played and okay, they've got shields. Yeah, of course they've got shields, but there's only 4 of them, which at least gives us a fighting chance at the moment. You never know what's going to happen with. He shot a box. Good for you. There is a little bit in this game. It doesn't happen in other games I've played like this, where it's kind of awkward to tell when you're behind something whether you've got a proper shot, and I've ended up shooting boxes and walls accidentally because you think you've got a clear shot but you haven't. Okay, so I think we need to use her, don't we? Because no, we used to use the android guy. Girl. If that can do that. Okay. So we're going to bring our android friend to here. And then what we'll need to do is remove this person's... Remove that one? Okay, we'll remove that person's shield. That's better. Because that person's more isolated. And then we will see, like I said, you have to also, when you're moving people to places to shoot people, I would, like I said, be careful to make sure you're pretty certain, especially if it's crucial to the move, you've got a shot, because if you position yourself slightly behind something, you can find you haven't. Now I can shoot that one with my shotgun and they're almost dead. That's a pity. I thought they'd be dead, but okay. And they shot me back. Oh, okay, I suppose that's what I would do in that situation. And then she can come and finish him off. So the more I see this level, the more I'm sure there's more enemies somewhere, because I know how this game works now. It's never that easy. I remember playing on, I think it was XCOM, when I started on easy difficulty when I didn't know the game, and you go into missions and you think you're waiting for new enemies to come out from behind. You know how they're sometimes behind buildings and you think you killed them all, and there's not, because you're on easy and you're playing early on in the game and there's no extra enemies, and you're like, mission's finished, and the little guy, Bradford, comes in the corner and says, well done, you finished the mission and there's no more enemies coming in, or something like that. And this game's not like that. There's not a mission where you think you finished it and it was really easy and you think, yeah, wow, that was really easy. I can't believe how easy that was. I don't ever believe this game's going to be this easy. So that robot lady has used up her remove shields thing, which means she can't use it for a cooldown of 2 more turns. So there's not much point in her doing that. Now we might have to start thinking about taking a little risk. So we've got her, and she can do one of these things, target kinetic damage, and pushes them back. That can be fun, but we can't do it from there. Okay, so I think we'll have to go and hit him. We'll get shot for doing it, of course, but like I said, you have to be proactive when you've got the chance. And now they're in the same situation we've been in other missions, where they're stuck in a melee lock, and that's going to be annoying for them, because if he moves, he dies. So now we'll move our guy in, and irritatingly, like I said about this game, we find that our shotgun, which only has 2 shots, I mean, I know shotguns do, don't they, only have 2 shots generally, but in games you often find they have much more than 2 shots, but not in this game. So we will reload our shotgun, because there's not much point in him standing there with an empty gun. Okay. And then we've got robot woman, and she needs to be in on it. She's actually got 2 guns, and she's got a shotgun, and I think it's best if she finishes that person off, because it's one more person to be out of the way. Okay, so this is going well. If it wasn't this game and I didn't know it, I would think we've almost finished and we're going to complete this mission, but we'll see. So we've done all we can do. I know it always says that about you've got more moves, but I'm not quite sure what else we could do. Maybe just a few movement points, I don't know. So that guy behind there hasn't got any shields. I'm not quite sure how their shields work in this, because they had shields and now they haven't, and even that guy that I've not had any hits on has lost his shield, so I'm not quite sure why. But okay, so he's on low health, but again we're going to take chances because we just want to kill these people off. Alright, well there you go, that's strange, because I'm sure I just reloaded this guy's shotgun and apparently I didn't, so so instead we'll go and punch him in the face. Old school. Yeah, take that. And then we need to kill this dude. Okay, she can do that. Yeah, take that. Mess with us. Oh, the gun flew off in the air and it didn't land. Oh, it did, it landed over there. She must have hit that guy something, man. That gun took off there and it went somewhere over there and it went 10 foot above her in the air. Okay, so now we've only got robot lady. There's no real point in her running around shooting. Her shotgun's run out of ammo. So what we'll do is, making sure I do it properly this time, is we'll reload our shotgun. You don't want to reload it, okay? I don't know. So anyway, okay, I think that's all we can do. I know it's going to say that, but whatever. And I just want to see what happens after we hopefully kill this one guy, unless he suddenly gains superpowers and becomes the prince, or a prince. Right, so that's good. Now we've got a shotgun. His shotgun's still out, so forget him. Let's see what we can do with this. The blue is your zone of killing, really, and if you go past where your blue movement points are, the red is where you can't go, and the yellow is where you can't use a action point afterwards. And we've killed him, so that was good. It's going to say battle cleared, but unfortunately, let's just see. Yeah, I'm never getting some points and good. I thought it was very good. No one got killed, and we killed all of them, and we killed them all pretty quick. I mean, hello, what do you expect, game? Okay. And unfortunately, and I can tell from what just happened that we've still got to go and find some weapons, which means I was right and there's more to do in this. And that's where, as you can see with this wobbly, floaty, I don't know what you call it, this overview thing is just annoying. Because you can never quite see, as you can see, I'm desperately trying to see where I might want to go. And I have played this game quite a lot of hours now, what with the videos I've been doing originally, but I just can't find any way to get a satisfactory far pull-out view of the area to see where I might need to run. And there's quite a lot of times in this where luckily there's not tons and tons of places, but you can't really see where you're meant to go. There's no map, and you have to end up doing this, which I've done quite a lot of times, where you just kind of run about until you've run everywhere you can go, because you really just can't see where you're going. So okay, that's a dead end. And I don't know if this game is on PC, I'm assuming it probably is, and whether it came out on PC first and whether the PC controllers are better. I do play games on PC, but I play only stealth games, so like for example Stellaris, or things like Total War on PC, so games that you can't play on console I play on PC, but not these kind of run around shooting games. So I have no experience of games like this on PC. Oh, there's live music there, and there's a lot of red smoke, and there's karaoke. I wonder if we could go in there. No, we can't. Oh, that would have been nice. It would be nice to finish the mission and go and have a karaoke. Well, okay. This is where we came in, I think, but okay, won't let us go that way. And you just want to. Sometimes this game is like, I enjoyed that combat. That was quite fun. It was not overly difficult and ridiculous. It will be in a minute when I find the way to go, but it wasn't ridiculous and hard and too hard for an easy first early on level. But then you get this thing again where you just want to run to the next bit, and I literally can't see. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just really stupid. I can't run back. I can't really see where I'm going. There's all these things blocking the ways you can't go. You can't go into the club, so that's not the way. I've just been that way. So where the hell? Achieve. Yeah. Maybe it's over there. Maybe there's some stairs over there. Let's have a look. Stairs would be good. Okay, that's stairs. Stairs are good. Ah, the door. See, now maybe everyone watching this saw that door and was thinking, oh my god, she's so stupid. And I wouldn't blame you, because maybe I was doing this again, I would have seen that. But it wasn't obvious, and there's nothing to indicate where you go. And like I said, the way the overview works is not really helpful. Okay, so again, the movement in this game is a bit, yeah. Yeah, like I said, the whole, this game, the concept and the artwork and the idea and the basic thing is very good. It's just these things that aren't, I don't know, I think I suppose the word is polished. There's a few things that aren't polished, and there's a few things that they haven't really thought through. Like it's almost like they didn't play a game to work out that this wasn't, some of the things weren't going to be fun in the game. I know that lots of games have all these development cycles and testing, and I wonder if anyone tested this, because you just wonder if someone didn't say, well, this is going to be impossible and that's going to be really annoying, and you need a map, or you need something like you get in lots of games where it shows you kind of where to go, and that's not a cheat, that's just helpful. It saves you running around like I just did, like an idiot. And there was no benefit in the game not telling me there was a door there. I know there was a door and maybe I could have seen it, but there was no benefit to the game in not telling me that. It just didn't, because it wanted to be complicated. The good thing in this game is every time you clear a battle, you do renew your health and your ammo. So if you're near the end and you think one of your guys is gonna kill somebody, you don't need to worry about getting all the others reloaded, and that's again not like something like Phantom Doctrine or XCOM. You never get a free thing in a game. If you go into a mission or a building in XCOM would be the most obvious parallel, because they have different areas. If you go into a building there and you killed 3 or 4 sectoids and some Advent officers, you don't come out of that building and suddenly all your health and weapons are reloaded, whereas in this game it does. That's nice. Doesn't compensate for the other things that aren't so nice, but okay, so now, oh, okay. So sometimes you play a game and you're not sure whether it's you or whether it's the game. So I'm trying to get the robot lady to shoot, and every time I do it, it checks back to him. I'm not sure why. And because this game, again, if it was, something like Phantom Doctrine or Watch Dogs Legion, and I played it for, 100 hours, XCOM I probably played for 500 hours, then I would know that was wrong or right, but I don't know whether that's something I'm doing wrong or whether it's something, so I can't complain and can't say it's the game's fault, but something won't let me do that. So okay, all we can do with this is overwatch rather than shoot. If she's got any points, and I forget this sometimes, then the thing to do is to run away where she's got cover, and now they'll have a go. Ouch. More ouch. Oh, come on. So we're shooting the same person. It's really irritating. Last night I was playing XCOM, War of the Chosen, and it's really irritating in a funny kind of way, because it's just funny, when you have one person who's on not great health, but they're not necessarily the one that's in combat. Sometimes they're quite hidden, and then for some reason all the Advent officers and everybody else decides to shoot this one person for no reason. They're not the one who's really going to go and get the turn off the bomb or detonate the bomb or destroy the device or whatever. They're just some person not really in combat, but for some reason they decide to all shoot at the same person at the same time, and you're like, what? Why keep shooting? Don't you like that particular person? Have they upset you or something? So it can be quite funny. Okay, so the first thing we will do now is we will finish that guy off, because as with every game like this, or every game virtually, it's best to kill someone you can kill, because that's one less gun they've got, one less person that can be shooting you rather than anything else. And then I'll just put her back there so she's got some cover. Him, he's got a shotgun still, so we will shoot him in the head, dead. Bye. Like I said, from the guns you get at the beginning, which is a pulse rifle thing, and the shotgun which you get during the first missions you get, is that or a double dagger. I've not got the daggers yet, so I don't know what they do, but the shotgun is a one kill thing on the basic enemy, and that's always a good thing. Okay, so here's a decision, and this is good. This level's much more so far, until we get to the next, which is going to be something shocking. There's going to be more enemies somewhere. This is quite fair. I mean, I'm having to make decisions like you would expect. Do I use my medikit now or do I hope to complete this level without being killed and then save it? And I think I will do the latter and save my medikit, because they don't really need medikit, so I'll save my medikit. And another thing that I've noticed, which I'm not quite sure why it happens, and like I said, there's lots of things in this game which I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure if it's something I've done or the way I've played it, so I can't criticise the game. But I mean, it says there, you can clearly see that it says Overwatch, I've got 1 turn of cooldown. Now I have no idea, that's happened before, I have no idea why I would have a turn of cooldown for Overwatch, because Overwatch isn't a specific skill, and in every turn-based game I've ever played, Overwatch is just a thing that you can do if you've got ammo, and you can physically Overwatch somebody. So I don't know why there's a cooldown on Overwatch, but apparently there is. So basically that one can't really do much else. There's no point in using any of our fancy shield debuffs because they don't have shields. So we'll end our turn, it will say you've got more actions, whatever. And now we're 3 against 2. Well, kind of. See, and there, that's good, that worked out well, because if they'd shot the robot lady, they would have probably killed him. And instead they're shooting at him and killing a box. And killing boxes is always better than when they kill you. Ah, okay, so that door, yeah, okay, so. And like I said, that's what makes this game, see, I was just saying this game was nice and that this level was going fairly, but that's what makes this game kind of a little bit unfair, because you don't know anyone's going to come in, and you don't know when or where, and so like he was there, and you could literally be in a good cover. He could have been in a good cover position there, and then suddenly, from no fault of your own and no way you can know, then suddenly 3 enemies, one of which apparently has got quite a lot of hit points, will suddenly come in behind you, and there's nothing you can possibly do because you would not know that, and that's what makes it unfair. So, okay, well, we'll continue and we'll kill him because he came in uninvited, and I think we shot that other guy a little bit as well because we've got a shotgun. I don't know if it's just me, and I don't know if I said this before in these videos well enough, but I always like shotguns in games. I don't know why, but I always do. Maybe I like that close-up shooting thing. And maybe it's because they have a bigger spread and I'm not good at shooting, I don't know. So that's him. She can probably kill... yeah. We'd rather kill somebody. It's a brutal world, and we'd rather actually finish somebody off. Than it's strange how you probably noticed how when she does that, the animation goes a little blurry, and I'm not sure whether that was for effect or the fact that it would be more difficult to make it really crisp in an animation. I don't know. Just something I've noticed more than once. Okay, so now we've got robot person who's on low health. That's not necessarily bad, but we don't really want... There's no point in doing anything silly because it's only 2 of them. So now we've got our Overwatch that we can only use once every so often. I'm going to not use the shotgun because I think, because I'm there, if I use the shotgun, I'll end up shooting the side of the crate. And I probably will anyway, but at least if I use the bigger gun, and that won't let me Overwatch. Okay, we can Overwatch down there. That's not much use, but it's because I moved, and like I said, this game's a bit technical, fiddly like that. If you move into the middle of a crate or in the middle of cover, it won't let you do anything. You won't be able to shoot anybody other than the crate, and you won't be able to Overwatch anybody, and you have to be very careful, which I wasn't. Ouch. Okay, so it's this. There's another guy over there. Okay, so we always want to find her first because she's We want to kill someone. We need to kill somebody, because if we don't kill somebody, they'll have too many guns on us, and we've only got 3 and they've got 3, and this game can go south very fast. So okay, that's great. She killed them, although it didn't specify in our overview that she could kill them. Then she just did. Now he's back on that load the shotgun business, so we won't punch that guy because I'm guessing it won't hurt him. And let's see if we can do this right this time. We will load our shotgun, okay, and then we will have our robot girl. Oh, of course she can't overwatch because she's just used it. So I think we'll have her stay there. There's no point in doing anything else. These haven't got shields, so there's no point in doing that. So let me just check that shield thing. What did it say? Shield enemies silenced. Vulnerable. Okay, let's do that. I don't know if it's going to help, but it can't hurt. And he's vulnerable. Oh, I kind of feel bad. And he's silent, so if he's going to say something, he's not going to say it now. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And like I said, when this game plays in a balanced way, it's fun. Like this is fun. This is good. I'm enjoying this. It's like it's like, you know, like XCOM or Phantom Doctrine. It is a little bit. One of the things again, and it's not a big complaint, but I've noticed. I've actually kind of only noticed to verbalise it while I was playing now, is that unlike Phantom Doctrine or Necromanda Underhive or XCOM, etc., you're stuck in small areas, and that's what it is. You know, it's different. So I'm not criticising it untowardly, but yeah, it has got that thing where you're in. You know, you can see you're in a small room. Of course, there's no stealth, so there's nowhere you could hide anyway. But unlike things like XCOM or Phantom Doctrine, where you can have people quite some way away with their weapons ready, or quite some way away and move away, it's really almost like a ring, like a fighting ring. You've got this room, but it's actually like a ring because you can't really go anywhere else. And there's nowhere you can really escape to or hide other than behind boxes and crates. It's usually, I've not found yet, other than a few steps up, there's no other levels, balconies or anything like that. Maybe there will be at some point, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to have her, we're going to get rid of this guy as much as we can because he's the main dude. So she's going to think about doing that, apparently. Okay. That's a bit weird. That happened before as well. I'm not sure. Okay. So this happened before once, and it happens in other games, and it's happened in this game now, which is okay. So I'll have to end this video at this moment, because then what's happened is it seems to not be like doing what you want it to do. For example, I tried to move her to hit him and it wouldn't do it. It happened before once where it said she's used her major action, but she hasn't, because the action was to go and hit him and she just stood in one place, and as you saw there was a long pause and she didn't do anything. And that's not just happens in this game. It happens in all games. It's happened in XCOM, where I've had people that suddenly froze, or one weird thing they do in XCOM, which is really quite disturbing, is if someone gets revived sometimes when they've been shot, they actually kind of crawl around on the floor rather than get up and behave normally, as if they've still been badly injured. It's quite disturbing, actually. So yeah, this isn't the only game that has a glitch, and you know, I found a glitch to show you on video. But yeah, it's obviously not doing what I wanted, because he wouldn't move to shoot and he just shot a wall and she can't move, and that's going to hamper our progress in this level. And we've gone a while. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can play this out a little bit, but it's going to be a struggle because we can't really. Let's see if we can do anything. Yeah, see, he won't. Same, long pause, and she didn't move. She's just staying behind the box. And then that's it. She stayed behind the box, and that's taking it as her move. So it's impossible at this moment to proceed in this level because obviously everything I do, it's just not registering, and then therefore they're just going to come and kill us. So I will try and reload this level and see where I get to. And you've seen you've seen all manner of things. You've seen a mission that actually went quite well. You've seen a mission where even though enemies came in, we were able to kind of combat them. And then typically, in the one mission where it was going well and we were doing quite well for this game, suddenly the system went to pot and we can't move anybody properly, or at least the system's telling us it's moved and done stuff, but it's not. We're just standing in one place doing nothing. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will probably come back and play one more part of this mission, or if I get through this another mission, a kind of roundup of element space. I don't know. I'll see how this goes and see where I get sent back to when I have to reload this. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Take care.